wasn't working. So I'm back. Sorry, which sucks because we had a good thing going over there. And I'll just reiterate everything here because I'll probably delete that one and pray to God that there's no more freezing. What did I do? What was I doing? Yeah, I had to put my hair. I'm hot. I don't know what's going on with this bun. I'm not sure what's happening. Okay, so let's just get started with what I was saying. So anyways, I'm using an edible marker to to mark this paper, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut it. And then place this parchment down here, and then pour my cake batter in it. And then we're going to add one more thing to it. I always use an edible marker. If you don't have edible markers, you can use a pencil. But make sure whatever side you marked your pencil on, that's side down. So it's not, the pencil lead isn't touching the actual cake. But you can also buy these circles. They sell them on Amazon. They're called parchment cake circles or something like that. And they sell them in like 8 inches, 6 inches, 10 inches, all different sizes. Yes, take 2. The first one screwed up. Okay. All right, so this is what you got going on. I didn't spray anything. Once I pour this, then I'll just start all over again and reintroduce myself to all the new people who are coming in and to anybody new watching this, not understanding what the hell just happened. So let's pour this in here. But I don't want to pour all of it. I still have like a fourth of the batter left over. A little less than a fourth. I don't want to pour all of it because what's going to happen is this cake is going to rise, right? I like to pat my cake mixture on the table to let all the air bubbles out. What ends up happening is you'll see all these bubbles come out of it, so your cake's not as holy. So on the figure with me, where we're going to make some good shit made with chocolate and some strawberries. Basically, a deconstructed, constructed chocolate dipped strawberry cake. Yeah, let's go with that for now. So what I've done so far is all I've done is melt some chocolate melts. And those are the Ghirardelli dark chocolate melts. And I've made a cake mix. That is the Devil's Food Betty Crocker's Super Moist Mixture. And instead of and I just followed the mixture on the back, 3 eggs, a half a cup of oil. And instead of the 1/1/4 cup of water, I used milk instead. I've replaced the milk. I replaced the water with the milk. That was it. That's all we've done so far. And then we died. So now we're on take 2. So thanks for joining us. I melted the chocolate, 30-second intervals. And so it was just a minute total. And it's nice and cool now. And it looks so, it's like a commercial. The way that this is just so gorgeous. And I already have some pre-washed strawberries sitting here. So now that I've made this mix, and I have some cut up strawberries here also, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drop some strawberries in the cake mix. I know you could have added the strawberries to the mixture and stirred it, but I just kind of wanted to strategically place them in one place. And I wanted to make sure that all of them didn't sink to the bottom, so it starts off at the top, and then while it bakes, it starts sinking down inside the cake. So, of course, you want to cut these a little more smaller than what I did. I kind of just cut these in half, but that's okay for now because I've already baked my cakes. This is just for personal eating. So I'm just going to drop all these strawberries in here. Can you guys see this? You guys can see this, right? Okay. It is so delicious. The strawberries are so good. Sometimes you go to a place and get strawberries and they taste sour, but the ones I bought today actually taste really good. Okay. We're just going to throw all these in here because I don't want to waste any. Cool. Okay. And then give this a little pat down. My oven's already on 350. I'm going to pop this in the oven. I'm going to quickly rinse this off because I'm going to need that. We're going to need the oil. What else am I going to need? I need my 2 eggs. And I need a little bit of water, which is fine. So let me go grab that really quickly. In the meantime, just admire my studio. Okay, cake is in oven. Grabbing water. Cool. Got my water. I have my whisk. I have my oil. And now we're going to mix our brownie mix. And then once we get our brownie mix, oh, I didn't tell you guys, there's brownie in this. I'm doing a layer of brownie. Yeah, I'm nuts. So we're going to do a layer of brownie. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and dip our strawberries while all that bakes off and stuff like that. And like movie magic, I already have some done for you, so you're welcome. Okay, so let's do brownie mix. Betty Crocker, I'm using their fudge brownie mix. They have like different ones. It really doesn't matter which one. I just chose the one that didn't look too deep and rich and chocolatey, but it's not gonna matter. This is gonna be chocolate as hell. So I'm gonna do that. I need to get rid of this cake mix because I don't need all of that. Oh, did I model my, this is what I needed, okay? Cool. Over. And I could just use this for a later date, so let's do that. Just going to use a sample that I made the cake mix in. It's all chocolate anyways. Give it a good wipe down. Cool. Brownie mix and bowl. This is going to be really easy. Your 2 eggs. Your oil, which was a half a cup of oil. Oh, a lot's going on in this chat. Sorry, guys. I'll read in a little bit. I just want to get this out of the way. Okay, so half a cup of oil. And it's asking for like 3 tablespoons. Yeah, 3 tablespoons of water. One, 2, 3. Again, that's just used to help to expand. Try that out. Expand your mixture. Okay, all this I can put away and get out from over here. Something that I like to live by is always clean up your area as you go. You don't have too much stuff, and because this is the space I'm working with, and then my kitchen's like off to the side, it's easier for me to like just grab what I need and bring it over rather than bring everything over at the same time and then get rid of what I don't need and wipe down things. Because if your area looks like a cluster, that's what your brain's gonna look like, that's what your cake's gonna look like. It's a mess. Alright, so let's go ahead and mix this. So that's the mixture. We're gonna mix that. I'm gonna put this away and we're gonna dip our strawberries. Way. found the other spatula. I put it in the freezer. I didn't realize I did that. Okay. Cool. That's done. I just realized I need another cake pan. This is really chocolatey. Okay. So this is the mix. Again, you see how the sides have the powder, and I'm sure there's powder down at the bottom, the flour. And I'm just gonna mix this. This is really thick. Like, really thick. Kind of like caramel thick type of texture. Cool. We're actually going to put these in two 6 inches, but for the cake, you want to put it in an 8 inch. Because I don't have any more 8 inch pans left over. Yeah, I've run out of 8 inch pans. That's only because I already have stuff in my pans. Alright. Sorry. Let me get to what you guys are writing. Because I see like the chat just like going. The KitchenAids are the best. I've never used Bosch mixers before, so I can't attest to that. But let me tell you some things how I feel about the KitchenAid. And I'm pretty sure if I say these things, KitchenAid will never sponsor me. So this is how I feel. The whisk attachment, I don't like the bottom of it here because those two prongs come apart. And I noticed that about a lot of people's KitchenAids. Also, it can't be washed in the dishwasher because then you'll rust the metal, which I don't like that either because who the hell wants to wash a whisk all the time? That's not fun. And then also, when I got mine, I didn't know, like the noise that you guys hear, I've had mine for 13 years, so it's lasted a long time, so I do like the longevity of it. But when I got mine, this is what it sounded like. So I was like, well, it's kind of raspy sounding, but you know, maybe that's what a mixer's supposed to sound like. Until I've like seen other people's mixers, and theirs is kind of like not raspy sounding. So that was the other thing, but it was already like years into it, and there was no, I couldn't change that. I'm grabbing parchment paper and an edible marker, and then I'll explain what I'm doing later. So those are the things that I don't like about it. And then also this KitchenAid mixer, this is the 5-quart. If you guys notice what I'm doing, I'm turning the power off before I turn the mixer, and turn the mixer off at the same time, because this little, you see, it's like a trigger. Can you guys see that? Like, yeah, I don't know why it does that. So I'm always having to like turn it off, turn the power off, so when it clicks back on, it doesn't keep mixing. Because I've had many of powdered sugar all over the place. So, yeah, that's the other thing. So what I'm doing, which what you guys saw me do at the beginning of this new live, take 2, was cutting up some parchment paper. And what I like to do with my cake pans is I do not put any spray and I do not put any like butter and flour to cover it all up, so for an easy release for my cake, because what happens is all that shrinks your cake. So I don't like to add any more moisture or anything like that to it. So what I do is I just put parchment paper on the bottom, and then I scrape out the sides when my cake is done, which you guys are going to see me do when we start to assemble. Because what happens is my cake will stay the 8 inch that I need it to stay, rather than become smaller. And that all comes into play because when you go to frost your cake, you want to make sure that your cake meets your cake board, like it's the same size as your cake board. If it's not, then you may end up having to cut it down a little bit. Alright. 6-inch brownies. This here. so thick. Alright, so we're going to pour this in here. Oh, I can have like a really thick brownie. Ooh. Yeah, that sounds good. Oh yeah, okay, so I'm just going to pour this all in here. Alright, so for the actual cake, of course, you're going to need an 8-inch, but for now, with this mixture, we're just going to go ahead and put this in a 6-inch. Yeah, that's going to be good with some ice cream. Cool. I'm going to pop this in the oven. We don't need this anymore. And now we can dip our strawberries. And wipe everything up because everything's kind of sloppy right now. So let's do that. Hot oven. Alrighty, so wiping things down before moving on to the next task. This is something that I'm adamant about because I cannot move on to the next task without cleaning up my area because it just makes it so much of a headache for me. If all I'm looking at is mess. I use white cloths to make sure that these are all I use for my kitchen. So I use white cloth, I have designated cloths, and that way I'm also not using so many like paper towels because I tend to want to clean and wash my hands after everything. Okay, cool. Oh, and the other thing. Yes, I've had this for 13 years, and all these little things I have to kind of fix. The little lock, it doesn't work. So I can tend to like lift this up if I really try. So I really need to like unscrew everything, screw it all back together, make it better. Okay. That's cleaned. Now let's do our beautiful strawberries. Right? We're going to grab, and I'm going to go put this in hot water because I don't need it anymore. Well, I don't need it now. I'm going to need it. Just clean this off and give it a good wash because I'm actually going to need it in a little bit because we're going to be making strawberry mousse. And let me tell you the process that is. Alright, cool. Everything's done. Perfect. Okay, so now my strawberries, and look how prepared I am. I have my pan already. And I'm just going to dip my strawberries in here and then place them off to the side, and then I'm going to set these in the fridge to chill nicely, and these are going to be the garnish for the entire cake. I honestly don't know how this is going to turn out. I haven't assembled this cake before. I've never made this cake before. Usually my fake it with me's are just me doing it for the first time, so this should be fun. Somebody said, hey Jelena, it's Lewis. Hi Lewis, that's my brother. My sister's in here too, Jaleesa Simpson, that's my sister. I'm late. What are we making? We're making a deconstructed chocolate dipped strawberry cake. Yeah, we'll go with that one. That's what we're going to be calling it. That was good. That was a good strawberry. Ooh, look how big this one is. I'm reading chocolate brownie, deconstructed, reconstructed strawberry thing. I just saw what you wrote, Lisa. Oh my God, you and I have the same issues with our mixers. Laugh out loud. Mine is 13 years old. Yeah, something about these 13-year-old mixers. I don't know, man. Your mixer has some defects. You should have called it in when you got it. I returned one because it was so loud. A $600 mixer should not make a lot of noise. I would like to try the Bosch mixer. I like that you have OCD like I do. I cannot stand clutter and messiness. Yeah, I know. I should have. It was a gift. My boyfriend bought it for me 13 years ago. So I didn't know, like, I didn't know what it's supposed to sound like. I was like, well, that's kind of loud. And then 5 years later, I see other people's using mixers and much quieter. I'm like, what the hell, man? So I'm not sweating it. I mean, I'm sweating it, but not sweating it. It has it served its purpose well. If it could just last maybe 8 more months. 8 more months. Just give me 8 more months. I love this Ghirardelli chocolate. It is working wonders. Like, it's so smooth. There's no issues. None of it's like falling off. It's already starting to harden. It's like perfect. Can you guys see those? It's perfect. Yeah, I love this. It's gonna take a lot out of me not to just eat these and just be like, screw this cake. We're just eating strawberries tonight, guys. What else is what do I have going on? I have my HBIC tour for 2020 coming up. If you guys don't know what that is, I'm gonna put a video out about it. But it's basically just my tour of when I go around teaching people how to price their cakes. I have a pricing class January 5th that kicks off my tour. I always do it around my birthday, which is January 7th. So January 5th is the class. It's here in Georgia. It does pay for you to come out here instead of me to come out to you because you'll be paying more. But if you come, it doesn't matter if the class is in Georgia. I teach you guys how to become a legitimate home-based business in your state. So if you're like in Pennsylvania and you're coming to Georgia, I teach you how to become a legalized business in Pennsylvania. And I teach you how to price your cakes. So it is a really good class. It's an 8-hour course. I walk you through every step of the way. I've taught this class to over 300 people. I used to teach it online, and last year I just started teaching it in person, and not last year. Was it last year? Or the year before last? I can't remember. But it really has like, I love teaching the class in person because I like seeing my students get it and start to like do it and do the math and go, yes, I get it. I know how to price myself now. I know what I should be asking for. So I really like that process of it. Like, that gets me excited. I think I need to dab these down. They're a little wet. I'm not good with treats, y'all, but I'm doing some kick-ass work with these strawberries. Those look good. I'm not gonna eat one. I'm gonna save some for later. Cool. So we're gonna set these aside. Aren't they pretty? Don't they look pretty? Do they look pretty? They kind of look pretty. Yeah. I'm gonna set these aside, and then we're going to go ahead and do our mousse. I said I was gonna need the mixer, and then I put the mixer away. So I gotta pull the mixer back out. So we're gonna do a mousse. It's a strawberry mousse, which I made already earlier. But I'm gonna show you guys how I make it, so that way you guys can see. Look how fluffy that is. Look how, like, doesn't that look beautiful? It's so, and it smells really good. So it's my first time making it. It took me 4 tries. Okay, 4 tries. I know how to make mousse. This strawberry mousse, I screwed it up 4 times. So let me get this out the way, and then we're gonna make the mousse. You know, I'm rocking this bun. I don't care what I look like. I don't care. We're just gonna go with it. Strawberry seeds in my fingers. Okay, cool. Let's get rid of this mousse because I'm gonna need this bowl because I'm not washing another one. Okay. Oh, I see the chat has moved. That is the best chocolate for dipped strawberries. I use it all the time. Yeah, I am gonna start using it. I don't dip strawberries like ever, but this makes me want to dip more things. So I definitely think I'm gonna use it. I was looking for the non-dark chocolate, like just a regular milk chocolate, but I couldn't find it. So I'm sure they have like a regular milk chocolate also. The chocolate is everything. That was my go-to for Valentine's orders. Ooh, good idea. I'll be by tomorrow to help eat them. Maybe a KitchenAid will see this video. Maybe KitchenAid will see this video, and maybe they'll go like, hey, let's hook this girl up with a better mixer, because Lord have mercy. Okay. So now let me show you guys how I made this mousse. It wasn't complicated, but for some reason I just wasn't getting it. Oh. Okay. So you want to have some heavy whipping cream, which I need to go grab, obviously. You want to have some heavy whipping cream. You want to have some the mix that I need, and you want to have some strawberry jello mix. Now, there's many ways to make mousse, just like there's many ways to bake a cake and all that stuff. But this is one way that I found how to make it, and I thought this was a nice, light, fluffy, airy type of way to make some mousse. My first time doing it this way, and I actually really like how it turned out. So I'm using Jello strawberry mix. It's the powder mix. And you basically want to boil your hot water, just like as if you were making some Jello. Oh no. It has turned to Jello. No! So I guess I have to boil hot water after all. So you want to boil your hot water, and then you want to put your Jello mix in a bowl, and then pour your boiling hot water on that. Let it dissolve and become room temperature. I made this Jello like 30 minutes ago, but it was not supposed to be Jello. It was supposed to stay liquid, but it turned into Jello. Damn it, man. Anyways, so that's what you're going to need. You're going to need this mixed with this. So let's do that. Let's boil the water. Going back to the kitchen, boiling water. Okay, turning to boil. That shouldn't take too long. I'm using the same damn bowl. Damn it. You understand? I was like, I already did this. This is great. I don't have to worry about it. I just threw out all the Jello, and now I gotta do it again. Alright, so I got my water boiling over there. Just show us the mousse you made. Wait, there's like a whole situation happening in the chat. Yes, regular milk chocolate is the blue color bag. See, but I was at Walmart, they didn't have it. Just heat it for a few seconds in the microwave. Oh, well, too late, I've thrown it away. I didn't know you could do that. Shit. Whatever. Okay, so let me just show you guys how I did this. I already made the mousse, so if this takes too long, I'll just be like, okay guys, just pretend like I made it. So I pour this in the bowl. I think my water is already boiling. It's simmering, so another second. Pour this in the bowl. I'm going to have this. Is it boiling? It's boiling. Alright. Turn that off. Pour this in. I should have asked you guys for advice before I moved on. What should I do? And then waited for someone to tell me, just put it in the microwave. Yeah, that would have been smart. I never thought about doing Jello backwards. Alright, so we're going to let this dissolve. I'm going to set this in the freezer so that way it can cool down faster, but I don't want it to freeze or stiffen. So we got to make sure, you guys got to make sure you remind me, because I'll leave that bad boy in there and then I'm screwed. Because that was the last Jello pack. Because like I said, I've done this 4 times and I kept screwing up. Okay, that's nice and melted. And it smells so good. This Jello has just been smelling so good. And I have my whipping cream that, oh, let's do that before I walk away. So I'm going to put my whipping cream in my bowl that I've used, obviously. Whatever, hopefully this works and doesn't screw up. Listen, when we do these lives, anything can happen. I'm unprepared, I'm late, shit doesn't work. But I'm a professional, I know what I'm doing, Alright, so I'm going to only do like a cup. I'm not even going to do that much because I already have that whipping cream. More, that looks like 2 cups. If you've never made whipped cream from scratch or mousse, this is basically the same way. So you want to put your heavy whipping cream in here, and we're going to throw a little bit of powdered sugar once we start mixing, and when this cools down, we're actually going to pour this in just a smidge, not so much, a smidge. And you know what I should have done? Just bought some freaking strawberry extract. You know, I make everything so difficult. So let me just go cool this down for now. Okay. Oh, no! Okay. That's okay. It's alright. We're just going to keep moving forward. Now I'm going to tell you guys how I just spilled like half the Jello on the floor. Whatever. It is what it is. Alright, so I'm going to let that cool down, and that shouldn't take too long. Everything is pretty much cleaned up, so I think what I'm going to do is start setting myself up for success for the next step, because once this whipping cream is done, the chocolates are dipped, I need to put everything in piping bags. Let's do that. So I have this strawberry preserve jam by Bon Maman, whatever. I have this strawberry preserve. You can make your own strawberry jam, but this is called Fake It With Me. And what's the point of making it yourself if you can just pre-buy it, right? So we're just going to open that. And I want to put this in a piping bag because it'll be easier to put on the cake. Rather than just like slap it on. Because I kind of want like a thick layer. Nina, the whisk. What? The whisk is here. What happened? Whisk, my sister. It's here. Here. Whisk is here. No, I don't want to start whisking this yet until that's cooled down. Is that what you're saying, Jalisa? Yeah, I have to wait for the, because I want to, see, that's what happened. So let me tell you what happened. I was doing this, and I found this on a web, I made it my own, and, why did I do that? So, I found the recipe, and the girl on the recipe, you know, I'm the type of person when I bake or when I cook, I'm like, I just go by taste and texture, forget measurements. You know, I'm not like a scientist type of baker. And when I found the recipe, yeah, that's what I found. Someone was like, yeah, I just go by taste and texture. Here's all the shit you need. And I was like, I need measurements because this wasn't working. Like, my Jello was becoming Jello before I put it in, so it was making my mousse curdle. So, there's that. Alright. If you guys don't know the cup trick, it makes it easier for you guys to put like buttercream or whatever you want to put in here. This way. But Trey, why do you always, Trey's my godson. Why are you always saying hi to everybody else but me? Hello? Hi. Can you say hi, Auntie Nina? Me first? You're here watching me? Or unless you said hi already and I missed it. If you missed, oh, you like the Starbucks cup? Yeah, I bought a Starbucks cup. Alright, so I got the strawberry jam in there. Cool. I bought 2 of these, but I don't think we're going to need all that. We probably didn't need all this either. So. Cool. That's done. What else I need to put in here? Oh, I need to put my chocolate ganache. So before I went live, I made my chocolate ganache so that way that wasn't a disaster. So that's done. I'm going to put that in a piping bag. So I'm getting all my piping bags ready so that way we could just assemble this cake quick and easy. You know, because we've just been so quick and easy the whole time. Need rubber bands. Alrighty. Rubber band this up. If you want, I mean, you could always also put in chunks of strawberries, but I felt like because it was in the cake, that was fine. But now I'm starting to regret that decision. I wish I would have put like chunks of strawberries, a layer of it, but maybe that would have been too much moisture wobbling around. Like we have the Jello, we have the mousse. That might have been too much moisture. So I have my Jello, and now we're gonna do our ganache. And the ganache, I don't even need to fill it all the way up. It's really just for like drizzling purposes, to drizzle everywhere. You don't have to use ganache. I'm going to keep telling you guys what you don't have to use, and I'm sure my best friend is going, Jelena, just stop telling them what you don't have to use. Yeah, so you don't have to use ganache. You could just use regular chocolate. Like, you don't have to ganache it. And I've made ganache several times on this channel, so you guys could just go check all those things out and see. See those replays. Okay. I said hi already. Oh, I missed that. I'm sorry, Trey. My ganache. I'm not drizzling. Let's go warm this up a little bit. And check the Jello. That's it in for 20 seconds. Alright, let me tell you how annoying it is to keep walking back and forth. I promise you guys, the next time... What happened? This is probably me dropping the Jello on the floor. I didn't even realize that was happening here. Next time I have a setup, we're putting a kitchen in it. Because this back and forth stuff when I do my lives is annoying. Cakes baking, chocolate. Cool. I grabbed everything so we didn't have to like go back. So now let me put this in here. And hopefully by the time we use it, it's become drizzleable again. Drizzling, able to drizzle again. Oh, what the hell? And chocolate ganache is just made with chocolate melts and heavy whipping cream, so really super easy. Look at my bun. What's going on with this bun? It's literally, it's dyed. It's not even a bun anymore. It's like kind of a flat hat. If you guys never checked out a Fake It With Me before, I have a playlist that, if you're watching the replay, it's up here. If you're not watching the replay, you gotta go find it on my page, on my YouTube channel. But I have a lot of other Fake It With Me's that we've done. Some of them are a lot more organized than right now. You know. Trey, I like your videos. They're pretty interesting. Thanks, Trey. I appreciate you so much. All right, so I have my chocolate and my strawberry already in piping bags, and I'm going to go ahead and start doing this. Now, I just need to make sure that this is cool to the touch. Yes, it's still warm, but it's not like piping hot anymore. And I think I'm going to bring you guys closer so you can see what I see. Yeah. I love darkness. Why am I thinking of that song all of a sudden? Anyways, so yeah, I'm going to bring you guys closer so you can see what I see. randomly thinking of this song all of a sudden. All right, pull you up, bring you down. Do not worry about the bowl. It already has some of the mousse in it. I'm just reusing the same bowl again to remake it. So let's see, can you guys see? Back it up. I'll bring you up. I'm gonna make sure you guys get a good look. There we go. Good? Good. Good. Can you guys hear me? I hope so. So I try 2 cups at a time. That's fine. I only need a little bit. Again, all the pink is just the mousse that I pre-made. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drizzle in just a little bit of my Jell-O. Mixture. Okay. And I'm going to put my whisk on, and then I'm going to put this on like number 6 on my mixer and mix it really fast. And as it's mixing and gets thicker, I'm going to start adding powdered sugar to it. Now for this, I'm going by taste and texture. I just want to make sure the texture is correct, which is soft peaks on it. So that's what we're going to be doing. Okay, put this on lock. Hold my little button. Turn the power on. I feel like I'm doing like a machine, a giant machine here. Okay. And I'm gonna let you guys keep watching this so you can see how this turns into like a thick whipped cream. It's already becoming foamy. Okay. Almost went overboard. All right, I'm just gonna add a little bit of powdered sugar, and I'm gonna add some of this marshmallow fluff. I'm really gonna add maybe like 1 or 2 spoonfuls of it. Get off. So I have a marshmallow fluff, Jell-O, a unicorn's dream. Okay, a little bit of powdered sugar. Cool, and we're gonna put this on a low. perfect. Cover it. I've literally got powdered sugar everywhere. I'm gonna cover this up. Let me move this out the way, and then I'll scrape this out so that way you guys can see it. You see how when I lifted it up, there's like a little peaks right here? That's soft peaks. Come on. Let's do this. How about we just take you off? This over to the side. For now, perfect. And I'm just gonna incorporate the rest of this ingredients that's in this bowl. Kind of folding it in. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and put our mousse in a piping bag, and then we're ready to assemble. We're ready to assemble. Okay, let's get this going. You guys ready for this? I'm ready for this because then I'm gonna cut into this bad boy and eat it. So I'm ready for this. Okay, let's get everything out the way. Let's set you guys back up for success so that way you could see what I see. There we go, lift you up, bring you back. There we go. How's that? You guys could see good? The table. I'm just gonna fix this bun because I don't know what happened. Yeah, I'm not crazy about all of this. Okay. Let's pour this into here. Try not to make a mess. Guys, I've been doing this for 13 years. You see how professional I am? I hope you guys know I'm joking when I say that. Ooh, too much, too much. I screw up all the time. I make disasters. I make a mess. At the end of the day, I don't take cake that seriously. Although it's annoying to have to redo something over again, I really just take it with a grain of salt. And at the end of the day, I mean, I really have one of the best jobs in the world. Like, who gets to say that they get to put videos on YouTube and make the cakes any way that they want to, right? So my advice to you is don't stress it. Take it step by step. Clean as you go so that way everything seems organized, so that way you can seem organized, you know? And it's okay to mess up because I mess up all the time. I mean, look at me. Okay. I'm doing this type of cake for the first time. I've never done a cake like this. We're actually going to use like an acetate. Acetate is like, remember how when you used to be in school, if you're close to my age, you used to be in school and they had the projectors and the teacher would always write on this clear like film. So that's what I have. I have these 3 pieces of film and we're going to use these to cover the outside of the cake because really the cake's going to be like a naked cake. We're not frosting the outside of it at all. We're just going to show all the layers. I want you to be able to see all of the layers. So that's what we're doing. So I'm going to set myself up for success so that way... Do I have tape? Okay, I only have this tape, so we'll use this tape. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so I'm using a springform pan. Yeah, a springform pan, normally people use it for like cheesecake. I'm just going to put this back on. This is about like an 8.5, 8-inch, 9-inch. I think my cakes are gonna be smaller than, just a little bit smaller than this. So I have that. Let me go grab my cakes. I'm moving slow because I'm nervous. Bear with me. Alright, I have my cakes. Let me grab my brownie. Like I am nervous because I've never done this before. Check my, okay. Cakes are still working out in the oven. They looking good. My brownie. It's the brownie I made. That's why I told you guys use 8-inch. So I'm having 8-inch everything, right? Okay. All right. I'm nervous. Okay, I'm nervous. Has anybody ever done a cake like this before? Am I the only one? I'm like freaking out because I've never done this before. All right, grab your rubber band. You know, I have a heart condition and I wish I had some liquid courage. Okay. Thanks, bestie. Oh, the other thing I have going on. Me and my best friend have a podcast. It's called Not Your Mama. You guys check it out. There's 4 episodes. We put an episode every week. You can find all of that, again, if you just go over to my Instagram, @JelinaSimpson, and the link in the bio. Everything's at that link. Yeah, check out our podcast. It's pretty cool. We think we're funny. So, okay. I definitely put too much, so I can't rubber band that. Cool. Whatevs. Okay. I got this. I can do this. Look at this giant spot on me. That is not cute. I didn't even know that was happening. I rushed to put the Jell-O in the fridge. I just want you guys to know I'm stalling. Put the Jell-O in the freezer and it splattered all on the floor. It's all on the floor right now. Just stuck to the walls. So that's going to be a fun cleanup. All right. I got this. I got this. Not a problem. Right? I've assembled thousands of cakes before. Do you guys ever have to talk yourselves into doing a cake? Thank you, Shamika. You stalling like hell. I am stalling. You know me too well. I am definitely stalling. Look, you guys kind of see like the strawberries peeking through the cake. So. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Let me put this ganache in the fridge because it's a little too soft. Okay, that's there. How funky is your chicken? Okay. All right. So what I do is to release my cakes, which I could have done earlier, but I didn't. I just grab like a spatula, or you can grab like a butter knife and scrape the sides. I let my cakes cool because I baked these earlier in the day. This one had a little bit of a muffin top, but I cut it off and let my kids eat it. So. If you don't know this, 1 box mix is good for 1 8-inch pan. And 1 box mix is good for 2 6-inch pans. So box mix makes 2 6-inches and 1 8-inch, if you didn't know that. Not together, but obviously separately. See? Easy release. And now the parchment paper at the bottom, we're just going to peel that off. Normally people like tort their cake. Torting is like cutting it to level it, cut it in half. We're not going to do that. We're just going to allow our cakes to be this thickness, this brown dark chocolate thickness. Because we like a thick girl. Now that I look at this, I wish I added more strawberries. So add more strawberries, like add like a ton. and maybe even mix it in. Maybe I should have done that. But I like how the strawberries are peeking through, but what I want to see when I cut into learned, this is a new thing, we're trying. Okay, so I'm going to put a layer of cake, and, okay, here I go. Okay. I got a layer of cake in here. Oh, this is ginormous. The springform pan. So the point of the springform pan is to like make sure everything kind of stays together, and then that way you can open the springform pan and release the cake. Yeah, no, I put the acetate at second, after like the first 2 layers, but it doesn't matter because look how ginormous this freaking springform pan is. Do I have enough? I don't think I have. That's okay. That is okay. One second. Chocolate on my fingers. Let's see. One second. Hold on. Okay. Ready? I've thought of something. I don't know if this is going to work. No, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I was just hoping that there was something more sturdier at the bottom to kind of hold it all together. You know what I mean? That's what I was hoping. So, you know what's funny? My best friend told me, don't do the acetate, Jelena. Go and buy one of those clear dishes and just do layers in a clear dish. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And then the store didn't have it. And then I was like, well, I'll just do the springform pan. It's fine. Okay. Listen, we're all in this together, right? See, you talk too much. We're all in this together. It's cool. We got this. I got this. So I'm just going to do a layer of chocolate cake. Cool. Let's do the acetate. Maybe yesterday I should have practiced this. If you're new here on Fake It With Me, just know I don't ever get shit right the first time around. And thanks for joining in. We're going to go with Erica's idea of just wrapping the acetate around, and let's see how that works. You know, why didn't you measure before you baked your cake? You could have used, you know, your 9-inch cake pan. That would have helped. No? Didn't think of that, Jelena. Didn't think of that. Okay. So let me take my acetate together. This is foil tape. It's pretty strong. So I'm expecting it to save me. And they do sell acetate sheets, like longer, so that way you don't have to tape together. I just didn't have any. And I literally thought about this idea this morning, even though I knew I was going to go live for a week. I just never know what I want to make because I get inspired so last minute. Alright. You know, before I said I didn't know what I was doing, there was like 12 people in here. Then I said, oh shit, I don't know what I'm doing. And now there's like 21 people in here. Lovely. Okay. 21 people are going to watch me screw up. Like I haven't already screwed up. What else is going on? Anyways, has anybody listened to the podcast? You know, you guys can leave us a voice memo on the podcast telling us what you think, criticizing us, loving us if you want to. We welcome it all. Well, I welcome it all. Unique, not so much. She don't want you calling in criticizing us, but which is great. And I appreciate all of you telling me like, oh, I've listened in. That makes me feel special. So thank you for that. Okay. All right. See, I'm okay. See, I used to have interns, and my intern Shun, she would come and like pre-prep all of this stuff at the beginning of the week. She would have gotten this shit right. She would have known, yeah, Jillian, your springform pan's not gonna work. All right. Just want to make sure I tape it all the way to the bottom because I don't want any mistakes. Okay, so that's good. And now I'm gonna prep my tape for when I have to put it on and close it. So I'm gonna prep a piece of tape to be ready for me. Put that off to the side. Okay. And yes, I washed these before I use them. I feel like that's kind of important to do. Okay. 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 This might work. Okay, I'm happy now. I'm happy. This might work. I mean, it's kind of high. I don't really, the cake's not going to be that tall. Cool. Okay. Cue Disney music. Yeah, cue the Disney music. All right. That should be fine, right? That should be fine. Okay. Okay. I'll turn it this way so that way you guys can kind of see a little bit more of the cake. Okay. The cake's in there, right? Oh, it's really moist. It's come right on top of me. All right. So what is my layers? So I wrote this down. Just look at what I feel like my layers should be. Let's see. There's a fly. Fly. No. What should my layers be? Okay. So I'm going to do a layer of cake, a layer of jam, a layer of mousse, a layer of brownie, a layer of mousse, how's that going to work? I don't know, man. I'm second guessing this whole freaking thing, shenanigans now. Only because my mousse is kind of light and fluffy. It's not like stiff. And it's going to need time to stiffen. Oh, it's going to be a fucking disaster. Whatever, I'm doing it. Okay, so we're doing a layer of jam. We're just going with it. Oh my gosh. And the cake's in the oven. You guys didn't remind me. Okay. I turned the oven off so that way my cakes don't like die. My cake doesn't die. Alright. Oh, do you guys want to get closer? You guys want to get closer? Tell me. Let me know and then I'll move you closer. You want to get closer so you can see or you guys are fine right there? I don't know if I want you guys closer anyways. Okay, don't tell me. Keep that to yourself. Yeah. It's probably best because if it looks messed up, you guys aren't getting like a close-up of it. So I put this in a baggie so it's easier for me to do what I'm doing. So I'm not using like a spoon or anything like that. This is that strawberry preserved jam. I need to save some for the next layer. And then I'm going to use my offset spatula and just kind of move everything around. You know, I could have done that better. Supposed to put a layer of like this is going to be interesting. Excuse me. Okay, we're just spreading it. There's kind of like strawberry chunks in here, which I like that. I like that. So I reneged what I said earlier about putting like a strawberry layer. Yeah, the jam has some strawberry chunks in it, so that's good. I'm glad I'm not the only one that goes through all of the second guessing yourself when making cake. I do this all the time, and then I do it even more when people are watching, because then I really am unsure of myself. I have no idea. Okay. All right. Yeah. Definitely gonna need more jam. I think that's pretty good. Okay. Okay. You're looking cute. You're looking cute, girl. She's looking cute. Okay. So now I'm supposed to put a layer of mousse. And then I'm supposed to put this brownie. But I feel like the brownie is going to make the mousse, like, fall. It's not going to, like, I would have to, like, put the layer of mousse, put it in the fridge for, or the freezer for a long period of time, and then put the brownie, and then put another layer of mousse, and it's going to be there. Have to sit for, it has a set, you know what I mean? And I want this to come out looking pretty. Yeah, I talk to my cakes all the time. And a layer of strawberries. Yeah, and then I gotta put the strawberries on top. I didn't think this through. I really didn't. Okay. So I didn't think this through. Okay. Okay. We're just I'm thinking. Give me a second. I'm thinking. Let's see how heavy our brownie is. Our brownie is pretty heavy. It's really thick. I'm releasing it from the cake pan, and it's really, really thick. Maybe for a brownie I should have put, I normally use a different pan, but maybe I should have sprayed the sides. We may not have brownie in this mixture, in this cake mix. Or it may be like chopped up brownie. Yeah, okay, maybe we'll do that. Like, instead of it being a layer of brownie, because that's just gonna look like cake anyways. Maybe I should do like sprinkled around brownie. Yeah, because I can't get it out of the pan anyway. Cool, let's do that. Alright. I'm just gonna cut into it. Ooh, it's thick. Oh, and it's fudgy. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be. But it's so pretty. It has like this brown looking crust on the top of it. Oh, okay, I have to eat some of this, sorry. Yeah. I could just spoon this entire thing right now in my mouth. Okay. So it really doesn't matter what size you make it, unless you've actually put parchment paper around the sides, because this brownie will not come up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle this brownie in here. Oh, but it's so gooey. Okay. And try not to eat it. This is the best unorganized video ever. I think I froze on you guys. I don't know why that happened. Hopefully you guys are still here and still hear me. Hopefully. But if I don't know why it froze. I don't know why it froze. I don't know why it does these things. It's like, internet, don't you love me? Okay, we're here. Perfect. So what I'm doing is, what I was saying was, I'm putting down the brownie with purpose so that way I can see the edges, and I'm also making sure I have a nice coat on top of the jam. So it's big chunks of brownie. Let me tell you something. I hope there's some brownie left over. I'm eating the hell out of this once we're done. Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah, it freezes. Yeah, I don't know why it was doing that. Hopefully I'm okay now for you guys. Okay, so the next layer is supposed to be mousse, and then with the mousse, I do another jam and another. It was supposed to be one layer of brownie, but we may end up with two. Who knows? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. We're supposed to have fun. Relax, Julian. It's okay. It's okay. It is okay. Ooh. Yeah, some strawberries would be, some nice fresh strawberries would be good right now. Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna leave it alone now. We're gonna leave it alone. Yeah, just leave it alone, Selena. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe next time you put some nice layers of strawberries. That brownie is so flipping good. All right. Put some of our mousse. Woo! Look how pink that is. Isn't that cute? I really like to downplay how I do this. Just because if it comes out perfect, I can be like, see, look, it came out perfect. And we were so worried. And if it comes out bad, then I'm like, see, I told you guys that it was going to come out bad. So we're just going to downplay this whole cake idea. And hopefully it works. Okay. Trash. Stay. Spatula. Okay. Just going to try to smooth this out along the layers. You can kind of see the strawberry jam, not so much because it's the chocolate and the jam are so dark together. These are two different pinks. You guys can't tell, but I can. It smells really good. It smells really good. Yeah. It does smell good. It smells delicious. It's the most uneven cake. The layer is like of mousse. No bueno. I think we're going to do mousse on the top. It was supposed to be 2 layers of mousse, 1 layer of brownie, but I think I'm going to do the opposite. 1 layer of mousse and 2 layers of brownie. I think that's what I'm going to do. just so I can get rid of this. So I have cake, strawberry, brownie, mousse. Brownie. Ah! Runaway cake. Running brownie. Brownie, strawberry, cake, and then mousse on top, and then chocolate. It does smell really good. It does. This brownie is bomb. Warm up the brownie, put some ice cream. Oh my god. Put some of this strawberry mousse on top. I mean, and some strawberry. I mean, it just sounds so good right now. So what are we calling this? A deconstructed dipped strawberry, chocolate dipped strawberry? Is that what we're going with? Okay. All right, cool. Now let's do jam. I didn't think I needed all this jam, but yeah. Jam. Oh, gotta get the ganache out the freezer. Jam. Yeah, this is gonna have to set in the fridge for a while before I even pull it out. So that's what she said, but you know what I mean. There's no way that I'm gonna be able to take this off and the whole cake is not gonna like bleh, all over. Don't they do like shepherd's pie like this or something? Okay, cool. And now cake. This is hard. This is so freaking tall. I don't want it to fall apart. This feels, oh no. Please go down. Oh no. Save the cake! I think I'm just gonna drop it. Just drop it. Is it in there? Shit. No! Okay, there's only so many times I'm able to do that. Just drop it, Jelena. I'm trying to make sure it's in here. Don't fuck it now. You just got to the top. Is it all in? Okay, cool. I promise you guys I make really good cakes. Okay. Is it in there? Yeah, it's there. It actually looks pretty neat, but just to know what we just went through, just for that to happen. Okay, cool. I can't think. There's a lot of shit in my way. Let me go wash my hands. Got chocolate all in my nails. Yeah, we're definitely not opening this up. I think I'm gonna open this up like in a separate video, and you guys can watch that over and over as many times. Yeah, it freezes and then goes back on. I had to, oh yeah. Should have added the mousse to break up the dark colors. Oh, like in between each layer, like cake, mousse, strawberry, mousse, brownie, mousse. That would have been nice, but that would have been a lot of mousse. Or maybe it would have been the same amount if I just had thin layers. Yeah, yeah, that would have been a good idea, Yolanda, to cut the top of the acetate. Yeah. So. We got it in there. I'm honestly just happy that it got in there. Okay? If this screws up, then this one day I will have to do like redo over, take it with me of the how to do this properly. So I think, I mean, this is working though, just with the tape. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's working. If you guys didn't notice, if you can't tell, I have a clear acrylic disc under it. You can use like a regular cake board for it. So yeah, so now we're just gonna put on the rest of the mousse. Lord mercy. Stressed out I am. This cake has stressed me out. Okay. Okay, let's just spread this. Smells delicious, and that could just be the jam smudged up against the acetate, but it smells delicious. And it does look really pretty from here. There on camera, it doesn't look as pretty. The acetate's all like foggy now. You know what I wish I put in here? Some strawberries. I mean, it's already strawberry, but I like the bite into a strawberry. I don't know why I keep saying that. There's totally strawberries in this whole thing, but I just want to see strawberries, which I guess is what I'm going to see when I put these actual strawberries on. Which I think I should wait till it all chills, right? Yeah, I think I should wait. Okay. Let's clean up a little bit. Let's see what we're working with here. So it's not like a complete disaster. Did you guys know I'm coming on tomorrow? I come on tomorrow. But I promise you we're not going to be making cake. We're going to be doing, and it's not going to be a fake it with me. It's actually going to be a live showing you guys how I do calligraphy on a cake. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do calligraphy, like a quick, easy way to do calligraphy. And then I'm going to show you guys how to do it on cake freehand with your hand. You know, no stencils, no templates, no stamps or anything out there. I like to do everything hard. I don't know why. Because there's easily a tool out there for everything. But if you guys chime in tomorrow, same time, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, then I will show you guys how to do that. Because, you know, just in case anybody else out there wants to learn how to do calligraphy the hard way. Because, I mean, there are stamps out there that they have with, like, cursive. But I don't know. Again, I'm not a baker. I'm an artist. And I got my journey through baking by becoming a graphic designer and photographer, and I draw, so I just really like pen and paper. You know, I like to actually see something start from the beginning to the end and see that create. So if you guys are interested in that whatsoever, chime in tomorrow, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, again on this channel, and we will definitely be 10 times more organized than tonight because we're not baking anything. Even better, right? All right, so the layer of mousse is perfect. Yeah, I feel like it's so cute. It's so cute. This side, not so much. This side is cute. This side is a little bit of a struggle. Not sure what happened here, but this side is adorable. It looks really cute. And if you were close up, you could see that there was a layer of jam in there somewhere. You can't see the brownie, but you're gonna be able to taste the brownie. I'm really intrigued to know how it's gonna taste. So yeah, I will not take this off right now. I'm actually gonna set this in the fridge or freezer and let it stay in there for a couple hours. And then I think I'll do a separate video of me taking it out, and then cutting into it, because I definitely don't think this is ready for that to happen. And we ain't got that type of time. So let me tell you guys a little more things that are going on really quickly before you leave me. Don't leave me, just wait. Okay, don't leave me yet, just wait. Okay, make sure you check out our podcast. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Make sure you keep watching all of my lives and all the videos that I'll be doing here. This is my first live I've done since summer, because I've been on a little bit of a hiatus. Alright? A lot of things been going on, and I'm getting back into the saddle. If you think those videos are going to be much more organized in the future, or the ones in the past were much more organized, you're wrong. They're just as disorganized as this one is. But I do give you guys good tips. I let you guys know some advice. Make sure, again, you're following me on Instagram at Jelena Simpson, because every Sunday I do a Sunday shit post, which I basically post a great advice for business advice, because a lot of people have been asking me for more business advice, so I want to give you guys more of that. And then here on my YouTube channel, you're definitely going to get a lot more business advice. So what I think I'm going to do for this cake, when I do the video, I will also tell you guys how much I would sell this cake for, if it was better than how it looked now. But basically how much it costs to sell this cake, and then maybe you guys will be intrigued to sign up for my Pricing with Confidence class January 5th here in Georgia. You're going to know how to learn how to become a legalized home-based business and how to price your cakes if you don't know how to do that. I promise you, it is worth it. It is worth it. If you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask now. And any suggestions for future videos, let me know. I would love to do them. Yeah. And check out all of my playlists here on my channel, because I have like a lot going on. So much. And I'll update you guys on the taste test tomorrow. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of want to, I just want to eat one of these strawberries right now. I'll just take the small one. It'll just be the small one. Okay? Okay. So wait. 1, 2, 3, just 6, 7, 8. I'm going to need it. And I don't feel like dipping no more. Okay, I won't eat it. I won't eat it. So, can you offer the class online? It used to be online, but I no longer teach it online. Soon, I have something in the works coming for you guys about the Pricing with Confidence, but it's so much better to be in the hands-on class. The online class used to be 3 days for 9 hours long, and that was a lot of work to do for 3 days. And then also, even though everybody loved my online class, the one-on-one, face-to-face, it's so much better because you start to understand it better. Where, I don't know if anybody's ever taken an online course, it's boring as fudge, and nobody wants to sit around and listen to somebody talk for 9 hours straight. Like, that's not fun. Especially for 3 days, 9 hours total, that's not fun. So that's why I started teaching the class in person. So it will never be an online class, like a live online class again, but there are some online options coming. That doesn't make sense, but I promise you it'll make sense in the future. So yeah. I'm in Chicago. Come. I have people coming from California to my class. Just come on, girl. Get on a Spirit Airlines flight, $50. Come on, and then just fly back the same day or leave the next day. Just come on. I mean, come on, just come to Georgia. Come on, we have great weather here. And it's colder in Chicago right now. Yeah, it's colder in Chicago right now. Anywho, I appreciate every single one of you for staying with me and following along this amazing tutorial. Again, my name is Jelena. This is another Fake It With Me with Mark Yes, my badass edible art, and I will check you guys out later. Bye.